Alrighty guys, I'm gonna do a improvised song for you all. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Plastic is bad. And that's my song. Thank you all very much. Like and subscribe. I've got to close my window because there's so many cars driving past. Now it's gonna get really hot in here. My microphone was really loud last week and I'm trying to figure out where to place it so that it's not as loud. But hey, episode 6, series 12, Praxeus. Oh ho ho, let's do the thing. If you are new to this channel, hello, I'm Crispy, and on this channel we talk about Doctor Who. The ups, the downs, and the mid-tier, like this episode. Also, we just hit 17,800 subscribers today, so thank you very much. That I gained more subscribers in January this year than I did the entirety of 2019, so woo! So thank you guys, yeah, I very, very much appreciate it. Okay, but anyway, let's get on with the review, hey? Let's go! Let's do it! But before we go, we need one more little song. Here we go. Plastic is bad, hey. Don't tell your dad, hey.
So Crispy, what were your overall thoughts?
Praxeus was very, very mid-tier. It felt very much kind of like, it felt like a series 11 episode. I was texting my good mates, the Who Addicts and Ace Creeper in our group chat. Yeah, that's right, we have a group chat, what of it? Ace had a really good point about the episode. What did he say? He said, it's fine, that's the annoying thing. Its dialogue and acting is great, genuinely on point. The companions do shit, the Doctor is sick, the threats are somewhat decent, and the political message isn't too ham-fisted. However, it just feels a bit meh. And I couldn't have put it better myself. This episode is like a weird phenomenon. Like, it ticked a lot of boxes for me personally, ding 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 ding, but I still feel towards it. Like, it wasn't bad, it wasn't great, it was just good. And I don't really know what else to like say about this episode. It's weird, it's confusing me why I'm feeling this way. And I'm sure that's why you subscribe, to see a man get confused about an episode of Doctor Who. I just don't know what else to say about this episode as a whole. Like, it looked really pretty. Yeah, the direction was really good.
So, what was new during this episode, Crispy?
The monsters in this were actually really cool, like seeing the Praxeus virus look sick, and the people in the gas masks were cool. I didn't know if they were going to try and tie it into that 9th Doctor story, but they didn't, and I respected that. Leave that alone, it's perfection. But yeah, props to the art department. The virus looked really, really cool. Yeah. Good job. The whole episode was very Doctor Who-y. The companions had their little side missions, which I kind of liked. I kind of liked how the first main cast we saw in this episode was Ryan, because it kind of felt like, I don't know, the Avengers, where they're all split up and they're doing their own thing. I don't know, I liked it. But once again, when you already have 3 main companions plus the Doctor, when you start having so many side characters, it becomes crowded. It becomes very, very crowded. And that was my main complaint for Orphan 55, and I see a lot of people online have been comparing this episode to Orphan 55. Fairly enough, because it's basically Orphan 55 2.0, the sequel reborn. Didn't mind the side characters as much as I thought I wasn't going to. When the first 2, like the YouTube girls, I was like, oh no, they're gonna just be vlogging the whole time, very annoying. Very annoying, much like us YouTubers are. But they were actually kind of cool, and I liked that. It's a real shame that my audition for that role never actually saw the light of day, because I submitted my audition to the BBC for that YouTuber role, and yeah, nothing came of it. Here's a clip.
Oh no, Doctor, the key in the safe turned out to belong to a Zygon, and now we're gonna die. What are we gonna do, Doctor?
Brilliant. Nice job.
Wow, that was a bit of fun seeing a video from 2016. Damn. We had the same-sex couple in there, and their whole story arc was handled really, really well. And I'm glad they didn't kill him off at the end, because that would have been sad. What else was new this episode? The TARDIS looked really good. What's up with the TARDIS looking good in series 12? I swear it didn't look as good as it does now in series 11. Is that just me? Maybe. Oh.
I didn't get that.
Oh, Siri, I wasn't even talking to you.
What was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene was when Graham was talking to that guy that didn't want his husband to go up into space. That got me there. That got me right there. What did he say? He was like, do you have any idea how hard it is being married to someone that impressive? And Graham doesn't say a thing. You just see him look off into the distance and you're like, I know what you're thinking. Don't pull on my heartstrings like that. It was beautiful.
What was your favorite quote of the episode?
My favorite quote, to be honest, I don't really know. I've just seen the episode and nothing has really stuck there. There was one funny thing when Ryan was like dissecting the crow and then Graham and everyone was there and Ryan's like, hey Graham, you're full of it. Or something like that. I don't know. I bet this is what you subscribe for, me just rambling. Anyway, this is the worst segment I've done in a while.
Were there any flaws within this episode?
It is by no means a bad episode, but I don't think it just like quite stuck the landing or the impression it wanted to. What is going on? I'm getting so many messages. As I said before, it ticks so many boxes for me, yet I still feel kind of meh towards it. Maybe I should reevaluate what those boxes are.
Were there any moments that made you go, what?
When it was actually plastic the whole time. What? Plastic was the cause of the infection? Wow. Got him. But in all seriousness, they actually kind of handled this message really, really well. I think that's how you do a message in Doctor Who. I'm talking to you, Orphan 55. Orphan 55 was very in your face about the environmental message. And in this one, it was a bit more subtle and kind of made you think more than just them telling you, hey, you're bad. But as I said in my review for Orphan 55, I'm surprised that they're doing, you know, politically correct episodes after Series 11 was criticized for that. But hey, Chips doesn't read reviews, so who cares? But 2 stories in one series about the environment? What's all that about? What are they playing at? That reminds me, I need to take out the recycling.
Did I cry during this episode?
That scene that I mentioned where Graham is like thinking about Grace, didn't make me cry, but it made me go, huh.
What would you give this episode out of 10?
Praxeus was a thing that happened in Series 12 of Doctor Who that aired in 2020. It was a good episode, but I don't know how much of a mark it is going to have on people in the long run. It did a lot of the right things, but I don't think it did enough to really stand out amongst a pretty incredible season. So I will give Praxeus a 6 out of 10. Good job. Yeah. Plastic bad. But hey, that is just my opinion. Please leave yours down in the comments below. I'll read all of them. Give them a little Crispy Pro love react, a little love tap. I asked you guys on Twitter at Crispy Pro what you thought of the episode, and we got some interesting responses. Shall we get into it? Yeah. Pretty standard, nothing wrong with that. Conveyed a similar message to Orphan 55 without throwing it in your face. Very well said. Very well said. It was not the best episode, well compared to Spyfall or last week, but it was good. I like how they are using current events like plastic waste, but it was not forced on us like in Orphan 55. This season feels like Doctor Who again, and I love it. I'll say it, this is the most fun I've had with Doctor Who since, I don't know, somewhere in the Capaldi era. I don't know. It's making me happy again. And as you guys might have known, I made a video in 2019 where my love for the show was pretty much at an all-time low since I started watching. So, Series 12, you've won me over. And that's a good thing. But it hasn't won over John Smith, who just gave us 4 sleeping face emojis. I'm sorry, John, you didn't like the episode. Not bad. No Sea Devils, though. I didn't know there was a Sea Devils rumor, but dang, as if. Some great gags and one-liners, smartly woven in messages about plastics and problems with vivisection? A solid episode with a very sound gay representation. Not as jaw-dropping as last week, but then it was like unlikely to be. That was really well worded. You should write my reviews, Phil Clements. It wasn't bad, and that has me really relieved. It felt far better executed than Orphan 55 with some development for the side characters. I'm also so glad they didn't do the LGBT plus representation, but it's full of angst and one or both die trope. Yeah, fair. I really liked it. It felt very Doctor Who-y for a standalone episode, and the effects of the virus was very creepy. Oh yeah. I really liked it. It felt similar to Orphan 55 where it was just a standalone story, but I think I enjoyed it more because it had better characters, the BBC didn't hype it up at all, and the political message was worked a lot better into the story. The virus was also creepy. I completely agree with all of that. I'm so glad the BBC didn't hype this one up being like, hey, you thought last week was big? Just wait till now, because we'd be like, Wait for what? Zombie Who says it's the only poor episode of this series so far in my opinion. So much needless science stuff and not enough Doctor Who. That is kind of fair. There were a lot of words in this episode, like scientific words that I had no idea what it meant, and I'm sure the general audience had no idea what it meant. But I don't think, personally, that it was the worst one of Series 12. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I know I said I was going to make a video about the Ruth Doctor, but I didn't. Honestly, there's already so many videos about the Ruth Doctor out there, and we're probably going to get our answer in like the Series 12 finale, which is in a few weeks. So I don't know. I might do a video on it, but this week I think I'm going to do something a bit different because I'm sick of just doing weekly reviews. I need something else. Or else you're gonna get bored, I'm gonna get bored. I'm also gonna do some Patreon stuff really soon, so keep your eyes peeled. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video. Please subscribe if you've not already. Like seriously, we got videos every single week, and I've stuck to my word for a whole month. That's that's huge. That's massive. But yeah, have an awesome week, and I'll see you in a few days for a video. What is it? Just subscribe to find out. Hit that thing. Hit the bell. Hit that bell thing. Can we start that? Can we start that on the Crispy Bro channel? Hit that bell. Or just tap it. Anyway, see you later. Allons-y!